Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, a woman came into my clinic, a brilliant architect in her mid 40s. She was sharp, successful, a mother of two, and completely running on fumes. She couldn't focus. Her sleep was wrecked. Her joints ached every morning. She looked at me and said, "I feel like I'm falling apart, but all my labs are normal. My doctor told me this is just aging, or maybe stress." But I knew something deeper was going on, and I knew it started in her ovaries. I am Dr. Manna, your friend and functional medicine doctor. Welcome to part 2 of a 4-part series called Ovarian Aging, Menopause, and Longevity. So, today we are going to talk about why ovaries age faster than the rest of your body, why these tiny, powerful organs hit a wall decades before most other systems in the body, and what that means for every woman trying to thrive through midlife. Most people don't realize this, but the ovaries are one of the very first organs in the human body to show signs of aging. Long before your heart struggles, before your bones start thinning, before your brain starts to slow down, your ovaries begin to shift. And this isn't just about fertility. This is about health span. Ovaries regulate hormones that touch everything: your mood, your metabolism, your brain function, your skin, your cardiovascular system, your bones. So when they start to slow down, the ripple effects are everywhere. Think of it like the first domino falling. You might not see the chain reaction right away, but you feel it. Let's get into the biology of ovaries. Women are born with all the eggs they will ever have. From puberty onward, these eggs decline in both number and quality. By your mid-30s, that decline accelerates. And by the time menopause hits, the ovaries stop releasing eggs and stop producing meaningful levels of estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. But it's not just about egg loss. The entire ovarian environment starts to change. It becomes inflamed, fibrotic, and less functional. Dr. Francesca Duncan is an egg biologist at Northwestern University's Feinberg School of Medicine. Her lab studies how the ovary ages. One of her most important discoveries is the presence of multinucleated giant cells, or MNGCs, in aging ovaries. So you would most likely find these in your ovaries in your 40s. These are large immune cells that you typically see in chronic inflammation, conditions like tuberculosis, sarcoidosis, rheumatoid arthritis, even atherosclerosis, and some cancers. These are not benign cells. When you see MNGCs in the ovary, it's not just a sign of damage. It may actually be part of the mechanism by which ovarian function declines. These cells disrupt the immune hormone balance, accelerate tissue breakdown, and contribute to scarring and dysfunction. We are now questioning, are these harmful cells the result of ovarian aging or the cause? Ovarian failure isn't just the end of fertility, it's a biological inflection point. The moment the ovaries shut down, there's a steep drop in estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone, hormones that have been quietly supporting your brain, your bones, your heart, your skin, your metabolism, and emotional resilience for decades. This isn't a gentle fade out. It's not a gradual aging process. It's a cliff. Unlike most organs, which decline slowly, the ovaries shut down abruptly, triggering a cascade that accelerates biological aging across multiple systems. So, understanding this inflection point is key to preventing chronic disease, preserving quality of life, and redefining what's possible for women in midlife and beyond. So, why do the ovaries age so early? It turns out they are one of the most metabolically active organs in the body. Tiny powerhouses of hormonal production and tissue remodeling. They don't just regulate and release eggs and follicles. Each month they build and break down tissue, effectively forming and healing blisters regularly. They produce powerful hormones like estrogen and progesterone, and it all takes a massive amount of energy. Every menstrual cycle involves an enormous amount of cellular turnover, tissue regeneration, and inflammation. It's like your ovaries are running a marathon every single month. Now, imagine doing that for 30 or 40 years. Eventually, the systems falter. The cleanup crews don't arrive on time, debris builds up, inflammation sets in, and something called fibrosis or tissue hardening starts to take hold in the ovary. This fibrotic or tough tissue is less flexible and less functional. It makes it harder for the ovary to release eggs or respond to hormonal cues. And while this contributes to declining fertility, it also marks the fading of the ovary's broader role as endocrine engines that fuel the brain, bones, heart, and metabolism. This is part of a larger phenomena called inflammation plus aging, a slow, simmering inflammation that drives tissue breakdown across the body. And guess where it starts first? The ovaries. That's why when ovarian function slows down at midlife, it's not just about fertility ending. It's a systemic shift, one that affects everything: your mood, your memory, your energy, strength, sleep, even your sense of self. Here's something most women don't know. Every other organ in your body has some capacity to repair and regenerate. Your skin heals, your blood renews, your gut lining turns over in days. Even your brain can grow new cells in some areas, but not your egg cells. You're born with every egg you'll ever have. And once they're gone, they are gone. No new ones are made. This is what makes ovarian aging so unique and so important to understand. As your ovarian reserve shrinks, so does the ovary's ability to function as an endocrine organ. No other organ has such a fixed, non-renewable resource at its core. So, if you're in your 40s or 50s and you feel like your body is changing faster than your mind can keep up, you're not crazy, you're not broken, and you're definitely not alone. This is biology, and we are talking about it. Here's the good news. When we understand that the ovary is ground zero for female aging, we can act sooner and smarter. We can use lifestyle medicine, targeted hormone support, peptides, nutraceuticals, and emerging therapies to support ovarian function or soften its exit. And we can start using the ovary as a biological indicator, a way to measure how fast or how well a woman is aging long before other systems show decline. In the next episode, we'll dive into some of the most exciting new research in ovarian longevity, from rapamycin to AMH boosters to the idea of preserving ovarian function well past what we thought was possible. We are entering a new era. One where supporting the ovaries isn't just about fertility, it's about vitality. Because the question isn't whether your ovaries will age, of course they will. The question is, what can you do about it? I'm Dr. Manna, your friend and functional medicine doctor. This was part 2 of a 4-part series called Ovarian Aging, Menopause, and Longevity. Thank you for watching. And remember, the second half of life isn't a decline, it's a becoming.